Let's get the conversation going. Welcome to the show. Welcome in. Welcome in. Welcome in, everybody. Yes, welcome in. Hello, everybody. Come on in. Let's have the conversation tonight. Welcome to the show. I am your man, KTJ, former men's counselor turned love coach, and we're getting it going here tonight. We got our conversation here tonight. So as you're coming in, tap on the screen as you're coming in. Feel free to hit the share button as we get this conversation today going. Ooh, this one right here is going to be interesting. So we got Jada Pinkett-Smith. Her memoir is being called a flop. And I want to talk about this. And what I want to talk about, April came in, poor Will. Wah, wah. Did it really hurt her? Because, somebody sat around a table and decided the things that she should put in the book and the things that she should take out of the book. Now, I have written 2 books, and I can tell you it is very difficult to figure out what to add to the book and what to leave out of the book. And so everything that she left in the book was left in the book intentionally with the thought and the idea that this is going to get them. This is what they want to hear about. This is what they're going to like. Ooh, this is going to get them talking. And does it seem as if the plan backfired? It seems like her plan was like, she got an error sign trying to sell her book, and it seemed to backfire. Sexy Women's Wellness, hello. Thank y'all for joining me tonight. Come on in and let's talk about it. Jada Pinkett-Smith, her book, she comes out, and I got a video that I want to share with you guys as well on this. She comes out with her memoir talking about not being together with her husband. So essentially lying to the public all this time, sat at the red table and told a bold-faced lie like they didn't know what was going on. Nobody cares, brother. Well, we'll see. And all of this, and the book comes out to be a flop. So I got a video, you guys. I want y'all to hear this video. And then we'll get into it. Here we go.
We're gonna have some good times with good friends.
Oh, that ain't it. Hold on. All right, here we go. Check this out.
Jada Pinkett-Smith has said a lot of things that have gotten her in the news.
Hold on. Just give me a second real quick. Here we go. Oh, where'd it go? All right, here we
These
go.
past couple weeks as her new book, Worthy.
All right, here we go. I got it. I got some audio for this. And as well, you guys, if, hold on. This lady talking while I'm talking. So look, if you're not following me right now, just please go ahead and hit the follow button, and I'm going to give you some love tonight. Yes. I said she hasn't said anything that Will didn't write in his book. Her bombshell of Tupac had alopecia. I'm not sure what that means. Okay, so listen to this. Check it out.
Jada Pinkett-Smith has said a lot of things that have gotten her in the news these past couple weeks as her new book, Worthy, comes out, including that she and Will Smith have not been together since 2006. Her son, Jaden, saved her life by introducing her to ayahuasca, and her soulmate, Tupac, proposed to her while he was in jail. But even with all of these...
All right, I got to give some shout outs. Stephanie, thank you so much for the follow. Here we go. You're getting back into it.
Revelations, her book is still not doing well. Here is a blind item. The numbers bear out what I told you 2 weeks ago. The publishers knew they weren't actually going to get their advance money back on the book of the 3 named actress. The actual sales numbers are even worse than they expected. And again, this is allegedly HarperCollins publishers, Jada Pinkett-Smith, and her memoir, Worthy. And the related blind item from 2 weeks ago reads, this 3 named actress and host has a book being released, and the publisher, in a memo, said they won't ever recoup the advance they paid. The advance sales are incredibly low. And the related headline reads, Jada Pinkett-Smith's memoir is a flop. Jada Pinkett-Smith's headline-making memoir is not selling as many copies as she might have expected, despite some eyebrow-raising admissions in major interviews ahead of its launch. Pinkett-Smith released her autobiography Worthy on October 17th, but the book is making little impact on multiple bestseller lists.
All right, so essentially that is a flop. All right, Wellness by Intention, thank you so much for the follow. Hey, let me give you some love. Hey. So essentially that makes it a flop. She got the advance money. She got the money. She got the go ahead. She's doing her thing, and none of it is working. The Creative, thank you so much for the follow. And so all of that, all the things she included in this book, and it still did not move. Now, trust me, like I said earlier, somebody sat around the table and decided what she was going to put into this book. Somebody sat around the table and was like, okay, let's put this in here. Oh, let's make this chapter 6. Let's talk about Tupac. Oh, Tupac is everybody's favorite deceased rapper. Let's put Tupac in it. That'll get him. And what did it do? Nothing.
Oh my God!
It did absolutely nothing. So, what did she really achieve with all of that? What did she really achieve doing all of that? Was there anything that came out of that? Now, I want y'all to understand that every book has a strategy, right? It has a market. They sat around and they said, who is going to be the market? Who's the market for this book? So they sat around the table and said, hey, well, who can be a good person to interview you to get the conversation going? They chose Hoda from NBC. And they said, Hoda is pretty liked and well respected, right? She's pretty hip. We'll give this to Hoda, and we'll have Jada walk through her old neighborhood. Seeking relief. We'll have Jada walk through her old neighborhood, which will feel like taking it back to her roots. And all of this. But nobody really cared about her going to the roots. People cared about the one thing. And that was her and Will. Her and Will not being together after all this time, after bringing him to the table, and none of it being true. I got the Daily Mail. Here, let's see. Let's see what they have to say. She left her fans and critics with their jaws on the floor when she revealed that she and her husband, Will Smith, had been separated and living apart for 7 years, despite presenting the image of a happily married couple. The 52-year-old actress released the book on October 17th, and it managed to nab the number 3 spot on Amazon's charts for the week, which lists the top 20 most sold books. She finished just behind Britney Spears. But on Amazon's main bestsellers list, Worthy had plummeted to just number 81. Oh man, we gotta give her some Price is Wrong. 81 as of Tuesday. That is a flop because they gave her a big amount of money to do that. Will needs to leave that trash out. Thick Brown, what's going on? So, not moving units, Jada Pinkett-Smith, 52, scored to chart. I should probably say failed to chart in the top 10 on several major bestsellers lists. Let's hear what she had to say. I think this one will play. Let's see. It's going to be a commercial, I bet.
Hey, my name is Allie Bloyd. I am the founder of Allie Bloyd Media.
Oh, thanks, Allie Bloyd. We're going to skip you. Hold on. Let's see if we can get something here.
Because I felt like everybody else.
All right, here we go. Y'all take a listen to this.
When I went through one of the darkest periods, my 40th year, when I was really suicidal, I really had...
Hold on. Jada Pinkett-Smith says she was suicidal. Jomo, thank you so much for the follow. Appreciate the love. Hey. Says she was really suicidal. That's deep. Hazel and Kathy, thank you so much for the follow. Let me give y'all some love. All right, let me finish playing this so y'all can hear this in her words. This is the interview she did with Chelsea Handler. Let me take it back.
40th year, when I was really suicidal, I really had so much shame because I felt like everybody else. I was just like, what is wrong with you? I thought I was inherently broken. Inherently something was wrong with me. And then the universe opened up an opportunity for me in Ojai to be able to go and do Aya about a month and a half later and changed my whole life. I got to see through the medicine the cycle of self-hatred.
Oh,
I had
God.
been in.
I love when...
Wait. Stacy said, I'm buying Britney's book. All right, so this is her talking about her experimenting with ayahuasca.
People call it medicine, ayahuasca, because it is medicine, and
is.
and that's what it's for. The imagery and the sensation that you feel when you do ayahuasca can't be explained by anything else. Like
Right.
and these are, it's spiritual. It's like there's a spirit guide who's telling you.
Yep.
And you talk about all your different experiences in this book, and how many. I mean, I think you've done it multiple times.
I've
probably
done it
tons.
12
And you get
years
something
now.
new out of it each time.
Every time.
All right. So that was her sitting down with Chelsea Handler.
Today's talk of the town takes us to it.
Yeah. So that was her having the conversation. Looks like I got another video here. Let me see what this is.
Atlanta, Georgia, where Tanya Hicks and her colleagues are breaking big barriers in
Okay,
clean
no,
energy.
that's not it. So that was her. It didn't flop. It's number 3 on the New York Times Best Sellers List. From what I just read, it didn't make the top 10 of the New York Times Best Sellers List. I've read it in multiple media outlets that it didn't make the number. It didn't make the top 10. It was on the list, but not in the top 10. So, but I appreciate you chiming in, Thugs Angel. Appreciate the love. Nora Marva. Thank you so much for the follow. Appreciate the love. Let me give you some love back. CMG, thank you so much for the love. Yes, 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 yes. And Heather. Yes, and so this is what we're talking about tonight. We're talking about Jada Pinkett-Smith and the fact that her book is being called a flop. The people who gave her the advance are not expecting the advance, not expecting to make their money back. And they're, it's being seen as like it didn't work. Now, how do you guys think that maybe she could have made this work? We all know that, people write books like this for 2 reasons. One is for clout and the other is for money. Okay? Look, one is for clout and the other is for money. Okay? And if it doesn't sell, it is embarrassing. Yes. Me Smile said it's called karma. Our world is burning down. Kim A, thank you so much for the follow. These people put their money out expecting a return and they got nothing. And so, somebody might say this is what happens. But all of this is strategy. She decided to put Tupac in the book because she thought people were going to care. Like, somebody might ask the question, why do you keep talking about Tupac? Yeah. The whole Red Table book, the whole Red Table situation. Why even do that? Why even have all of this? And you know what? When it first started, it was very positive. It was very good. It was inspirational. It was really helpful for women. And that wasn't enough. That wasn't enough. She needed more. So she brings her husband up there and embarrasses him and talk about this entanglement thing, knowing that they were living apart, knowing that Will had agreed to it, and he wasn't surprised. He wasn't shocked. They probably never openly talked about it, but he knew what was going on over there. And that wasn't enough. So he ends up slapping this guy for making a joke about his wife. And that wasn't enough. And so all of this, and you come back, she didn't embarrass him. He knew what he was. Yes, he did. You're right. He knew what he was getting into when he got in that chair. He got into the machine. This lady is a machine. Danielle, thank you so much for the follow. He got into the machine. And he got exactly what he wanted. Ladybug, thank you so much for the follow. He got exactly what he wanted. You talking about the background of the picture? You can't make it any darker because it's a picture. he got what he wanted. So yeah, so her book is ranking on some of the charts. There are a lot of bestseller lists. There's quite a few booksellers lists, but New York Times bestsellers list, they're saying that her book didn't crack the top 10. It's on the list, but the book is not doing what they expected. It's not doing what it was expected. And so somebody like her, she's got to come up with something else. She's got to come up with something else. Because nobody wants to hear any more lies about her and Will. Nobody wants to hear any more lies about her and Tupac. User, thank you so much for the follow. Well, Cats, you're right. That definitely, and everybody's not trashing her book. Everybody's trashing her interview about the book. Because nobody had really read the book. Yeah, yes, Cats, you're right. She doesn't have to do anything else for the rest of her life. So the question is, why is she doing any of this? And you know why she's doing it. It's ego. It's ego. This lady has an enormous ego. She's got, who was that? Somebody made a song about ego monster. She's got an ego monster that must be fed. They will not have an autobiography. Yeah. No, he didn't talk about the relationship in his autobiography. He didn't get into any of this, and he could have, but he didn't. He made his book about him and his growing up and the dysfunctions and the difficulties and all of that. This lady made it about other people. This lady made it about him. She made it about all of that. Yes, but what Will didn't talk about, Cats, is the fact that he ain't been with his wife in 7 years. Okay. Will talked about his family, his personal life, how he grew up. And she could have did the same thing. Why even listen, I'm telling y'all, somebody sat around a table and decided to put that in the book. Somebody said, and because look, I've coached other authors in their writing process. And one of the things I tell them is this. I say, listen, when they tell me they want to write a book, here's what I ask them. I said, tell me the worst thing that has ever happened to you. Tell me something that your mama may not even know, or it might make your mama embarrassed. Dan, thank you so much for the follow. Come on, air horn a little slow. Come on. There we go. I tell them, I say, listen, tell me, you want to write a book? Tell me something that is going to be very shocking to anybody who reads your book. Right? I call it the brick to the face. This is what I call it when I'm coaching authors who want to write their book and write their story and get it out. T Lady, thank you so much for the follow. I call it the brick to the face. And the brick to the face story is the story that once it might start off with you running down the hall. I had one author, she was talked about a time that she was in an abusive situation. I told her, start this story with you running for your life. She said because those were her words. Riggs, thank you so much for the follow. Those were her words that she told me, that she got into a fist fight and ran for her life. I told her, boom, We're going to start the book with that. Just like a movie. They start with the action part and then backtrack. I call it a brick to the face. A statement so outlandish that the reader can't just skip over it. They have to read it, and you hook them from the beginning. That is what they told this girl to do. They told her to get the story, find which one of these stories is going to be a bombshell. And the thing about her and Will was the bombshell. She thought that was going to make people want to read the book even more. She thought that was going to make her want to read the book even more. But what it did was actually anger people because people felt deceived. I don't know how they didn't see that part in there. How did they miss that part? That people were going to feel deceived after watching you and this man side by side for 7 years and only to find out that you guys were living apart. Riri, thank you so much for the follow. Only to find out that you're living apart. This was all strategic. And it didn't work. And it didn't work. I wish I could find, let me see if I can find the statement that Will gave as he talked about, what's it? Let me see if I can find it. Let me see if somebody's got it. Let me see if this gives
Our
it.
union,
y'all listen to this.
Is a
I'm Barry.
Public.
I'm Barry. Thank you so much for the follow. All right, so look, for those that didn't hear this one, this is Will responding to the controversy at her book signing. I've heard pieces of this, but I don't think I've actually heard the whole thing all the way through. So you guys, maybe you haven't heard it. So here it is. This is Will talking about the book at her book launch. So here we go.
Our union is a sloppy public experiment.
What's up, everybody?
Oh, look at that. It's Ed Lover. Okay, here we go.
Is a sloppy public experiment.
He's right.
It is a sloppy public experiment in unconditional love. As I stand here.
All right. A sloppy public experiment in unconditional love. Jen, thank you so much for the follow. And DeCarlo, thank you so much for the follow. Let me give y'all some love. Hey. A sloppy public experiment is what Will calls his marriage. That's what he calls his marriage. Here we go.
Before you today, I am happier than I've ever been in my entire life.
Are we gonna have to give? Huh? Say what? Camille says business arrangement. Hey, Mary, thank you so much for the follow. Wait. Say what, Will? Well, run that past me again, buddy. Let me see if I can catch that again.
In unconditional love.
Okay.
As I stand here before you today, I am happier than I've ever been in my entire life.
Huh? Full of joy and laughter. They laughing. Yes, they are laughing all the way to the bank. My man said he is happier than he has ever been in his whole life. Will Smith, I gotta give you The Price is Wrong. My man, he needs this. He said is the happiest he has ever been in his whole life. Dealing with all of this, being talked about and being ostracized and losing your career, basically. Losing complete respect from everybody who you respected. The happiest he's ever been. Okay.
Can you love somebody forever, no matter what?
Wait a minute. Camille. I'm gonna have to give you the round of applause. He is an actor. He is an actor. We keep forgetting that part. Can you say that again, Will?
Love somebody.
Love somebody.
Forever.
Forever.
No matter what.
No matter what.
Oh, boy was like, I saw you, man. I saw your face.
Donna, thank you so much for the follow. Can you love somebody? Can you love somebody forever for the rest of your life? And she's looking at him like, maybe from a distance. Oh, who's that? Fate 88. Thank you so much for the follow. Let me give you some love. So this is what Will's putting out here, and this is the happiest he's ever been. Here we go.
Can you love somebody?
Love somebody.
Forever, no matter what.
You should see how Jada is looking at this man. You should see how she is looking at this guy while he's talking. I think he's holding her hostage. I think he's holding her hostage. Hey, listen. It is what it is.
It is what it is.
It is what it is. Oh my gosh. I think he's holding her hostage. What if she doesn't want to be loved by him for the rest of her life? March, thank you so much for the follow. Let me give you some love. What if you don't want to be loved? He's standing there like, I'm going to love you. I'm going to love you. I'm going to love you for the rest of my life. Come on, Will. Stop playing. Hey, Doug, thank you so much for the share. Wow, this is crazy. So let's keep going.
Oh, boy was like,
Will is good at his comedic timing. I don't think he's ever done stand-up. but he's good at his comedic timing. Miss May, thank you so much for the follow. Appreciate the love. He's good with his comedic timing. He'll say something very serious and then follow it up with something funny. This guy is good at what he does.
I saw you, man. I saw your face. You know, can you show up and love somebody for the rest of your life, even when you don't agree with them?
Even when you don't agree with them. Oh, boy. So, Will Smith, what are you really trying to say here? What are you really trying to say here? Are you trying to say you weren't even in on this? Are you trying to tell me that you didn't approve of this? Ooh, thank you so much for the follow. Will Smith, what are you really trying to say here, buddy? Symbology.
And there ain't nobody on earth except you, mommy, my mommy. Jada's the best friend I have ever had on this planet. And
you should see, if y'all get a chance, you should see this video and how she looks up to him. She's looking to receive what he's saying. Y'all know what I think as I watch this? Because, see, I'm pretty good at observing body language. Y'all said, thank you so much for the follow. Let me give you some love. I'm pretty good at watching body language and figuring out what people are doing with their body language. Watching this body language, let me tell y'all something. These people love each other. These people, this guy really does love her, and she's kind of like, they're like attached. This is I see why they haven't broken up, because they're like attached. Even if they don't do it for each other in the bedroom, they're attached. There's something about when a woman looks up to her man and that eye-piercing thing. I watch people. Yes, unconditional toxic love. It could be. That's look. I gotta give you some love on that one. Listen, it could be. It could be. Maybe they are codependent. Yes. Oh, just Desiree. Yep, could be. And these are also the kind of people that you find out later on that the police at their house. Somebody comes up missing. Somebody is no longer with us. Because they loved you to death. And you were like, no! All right, let's see if we can get some more of this.
And I am going to show up for her and support her for the rest of my life.
I'm going to show up for her. He's going to stand up for her. He's going to show up for her for the rest of his life. So does that mean that she can't get away from him even if she wants to? It does sound a little crazy, a little bit creepy. This was at his Stephanie. This was at her official book launch event. She had an official book launch event, and they came on stage, and this is his speech to her. It's beautifully weird. It's beautifully a problem. Somebody said, look, I watched First 48 one time, and the name of the episode was Graveyard Love. It's called Graveyard Love. Mary, thank you so much for the follow. Appreciate the love. It was called Graveyard Love. And in this Graveyard Love, there was two people. The guy they was on and off. He was on and off with this woman, and he went to the woman's house to tell her one last time that we are finished. She said, "You've been playing with my heart." He said, "I wasn't playing with your heart. I just decided that I don't want to go back and forth with you no more. I don't want to do this anymore. I don't want to fight with you. I don't want to argue with you. I don't want to have the police over here. I don't want to have any of that. You go your way, I go my way." And he said, he turned around to leave. She said, "You ain't going nowhere." She went in the kitchen, got a knife, and stabbed him in the back. Literally stabbed him in the back. And he turned around and was like, "Wait a minute. Did you just stab me?" And the knife went from his back through his stomach. And he couldn't believe that she had stabbed him. And she couldn't believe she stabbed him either. Peter, thank you so much for the follow. And she said, "If you can't be with me," she said, we going to the graveyard together. That's why it was called Graveyard Love. She said, "We're going to the graveyard together." Antoinette, thank you so much for the follow. So that was the feeling that I got with just hearing Will Smith say that just now. It sounded like Graveyard Love, it's beautifully weird. It's beautifully toxic. It's like, oh, this man is going all the way 100% for the best friend I've ever had, he said. But it sounds a little bit toxic. Let's run it back.
Experiment.
Kings, right.
Our union is a...
Just in case you missed it.
Sloppy public experiment. It is a sloppy public experiment in unconditional love. As I stand here before you today, I am happier than I've ever been in my entire life.
That was the line that I can't get my mind around that. Yeah, bad marriage for life. Yeah, I remember that. I can't get my mind around that this is the happiest moment of his life. This?
Can you love somebody forever, no matter what?
User 763761, thank you so much for the follow. Let me give you some love. Can you love somebody for the rest of your life?
Oh, boy was like, I saw you, man. I saw your face. Can you show up and love somebody for the rest of your life, even when you don't agree with them?
Even when you don't agree with them. Which means And she's standing like here next to him like a shy girl. Like a shy girl. These people really do love each other, even if you call it toxic.
And there ain't nobody on earth except you, mommy, my mommy. Jada's the best friend I have ever had on this planet. And I am going to show up for her and support her for the rest of my life.
All right. So he's going to show up for her for the rest of his life. Tell Will to shut up. Well, the guy's an actor. He's a trained actor. He knows what to do, knows what to say. And this is something. I hope that yes, it is toxic. It's toxic. But I tell you what, if you can find one person in this life who will love you like that, even if it is, if you call it toxic. Now, unless they're beating your face in, okay, that, you know, that don't count. But somebody who just wants to help you live a better life. Somebody who just wants to share an amazing experience here on earth with you. And they're willing to walk through this life with you. If you can find one person like that, that'll go all in with you, you are a blessed person. You are a blessed person. For somebody to get on a microphone and say what he just said. Look, I got to give that guy a round of applause. To get on that on the microphone and to say all of that. You got to give it to him. Stephanie, thank you so much for the follow. Appreciate the love. Let me give you some love. I really just say it like, you know, so with my background, I know when a man is telling the truth, right? I believe what Will just said. I believe that he believes what he just said. That Jada is his very best friend he's ever had. If you can have a mate who says that about you, you are blessed. Look, we got 600 people in here. I need everybody to tap on the screen, tap on the screen, tap on the screen. Tap on the screen. These likes are way down compared to all this good talk we got going on here. Compared to the numbers of people we got in here. Tap on the screen, y'all. Let's get these likes all the way up. Thank y'all. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Tap, 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 tap. Yes. So, but what happens now? What happens now that the memoir is seen as a flop? Now what? Newsweek says it. Smith's memoir is a flop. Now what? Now how do you recover from this? Do you just shake it off and just say, you know what? No big deal. Let's see what it says. Oh, there's no words. It's just music. They suck. Yes. I'm glad it's a flop. Sorry. That's not nice. Hey, user, thank you so much for the follow. Let me give you some love. You got to get you a name, user. Rock, that's when she knew she loved him. When he walked on stage and slapped Chris Rock. Yes, that's when he knew. She was like, he loves me. He really loves me. Yeah, it's crazy. That is crazy. Let me see what else we can find on this. Yes, the book is called Worthy. Recently, and many of her wild stories have hit the headlines. So she's apparently got more wild stories in that book. She's got more wild stories in that book. But nobody's interested in hearing it. Because the whole audience feels tricked and betrayed. Let's see.
Has unveiled plenty of intimate details about her life and the lives of her family in her new memoir.
No, they got too much. They got too much music in the background of that. Yeah, so that's what's going on with over here with them. Yes, it is apparent that no one cares. No one cares, but it's also like watching a train wreck. You can't turn away. You can't turn away. You can't be like, oh, it's an empty train. Oh, you bought it? Okay, Jen. Jen bought the book. Or you bought it on audio? Yeah, hey, it's all right. Okay. Nothing wrong with that. You're gonna know that you're gonna have the inside tales and the inside secrets. Good luck. So hey, you helped move some units. Did she read it? It doesn't sound like she read it yet. All right, Shalom. Thank you so much for the follow. Let me give you some love. Hey, Shalom. Yeah, she waited till her kids were grown. That's a fact. So she sat down. She said that it was a very difficult journey in writing this book. She said it was a very difficult journey. And I believe her. Because writing a book is very challenging. You know, another thing that I tell whenever I help people write a book, when I coach people, authors in writing their book, I ask them a question. I ask, is your mother still alive? Because almost every one of these stories where people, come back from difficult times, there's a story in there that mama should have been on guard and mama slipped up. I ask them, is your mother still alive? I say, yeah, why? I said, maybe you might want to wait on this book. Are you prepared for your mother not to talk to you afterwards? And one of my authors, her mother, stopped talking to her after she wrote her book. Because she put in there all them stories, all those embarrassing moments that mama had forgotten about. And now it seems like you're telling the business from the household. But I said, baby, you're a grown woman. Talk your talk. Free yourself. And so I love it. I love it. I love seeing people write a book and really letting their experiences hit those pages. It's therapeutic. It's all those things. But it seems like she had to run this by the people involved before she published it. Now, I heard Will talk about his book, how he ran his by all the people who were in the book, his brother, his mother, and as he talked about some of the abusive situations, the abuse that he witnessed, he sat them all around the table and read them the book because he didn't want them to be shocked and embarrassed when it hit the pages, when it came out. I'm sure she had a conversation with them, but I'm sure she probably didn't sit around the table and tell them what she was going to say. But like everybody says, Will was in on it. And that's just what it is. So that's the way it goes, y'all. That's the way it goes. And so, look, for you guys that are here, if you are dealing with some difficult relationship stuff and you need a third party, book a session, click the link in the bio. You can click the link in my bio and book a session, and we'll get down to the nitty gritty of your situation. You can also check out my YouTube channel. It's in the bio. Click the link in the bio. As well, you can get my new book, Secrets of the Mind of a Man: How Men Think When It Comes to Dating, Relationships, and Love. It's going to help you. It's going to help you. It is going to help you. I think it's their version of the Carter Knowles elevator session. Yeah. Yeah, it's very awkward. Very awkward. Very awkward. Yes, it was. So, yes. All right, my people. Well, I appreciate y'all coming through. I appreciate you guys being a part of the experience tonight. We had some good numbers there. But tap on the screen. Let's see if we can get a good push. Tap on the screen, everybody. Tap on the screen. Tap. Tap on the screen. As well, if y'all know of a story that you think I should cover, you can inbox me. Don't inbox me asking a bunch of advice. You can book a session and get your questions answered. But if you have a story, if you hear a story that's out there that you think I should cover, shoot me an email to lovecoachatlanta@gmail.com. And I'll check it out. I'll consider it. I'll tag you in the video clip of Jada's comment about loving Will. Okay. I'll have to check that out. So Jada's got a comment about loving Will. I don't know. Maybe I can find that. Yeah. Oh, yeah, I don't see it. But I'll have to check it out another time. After he slapped Chris. Oh, okay. Yes. Yeah. I think I did see that. Yeah. But I appreciate the tag. All right, my good people. Well, I appreciate you guys coming through. Appreciate all of the follows. And check out all my videos, y'all. Click the link on my face. Click the link on my head there and check out my videos. I drop about 2 or 3 videos a day, all around dating and dating dynamics, love, relationships, all that good stuff. And those are me talking. So, all right, you guys have an amazing night, and then I'll get with you next time. Peace.